Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into some funny yet touching stories. Are you ready? There was this little kid dressed in his mom's clothes, playing around. It was hilarious. I even gave him a kiss. So I kissed Einar, and next on my agenda was to get him to chase me. Hey there, Einar, why didn't you show up today? Oh man, Gerda filled hands in on Einar's situation, hoping to help Einar out of his funk. The next day, Gerda told Einar she found him a new agent, but he didn't want to paint anymore. Until Gerda mentioned Hans' name, Lily cracked a smile. Hans was the only light in her darkness for 20 years. At dinner that night, Einar was MIA, so Gerda had to drag Hans over, only to find Lily was the welcome committee. Gerda immediately connected the dots. Lily looked at Hans, her eyes twinkling like a kid with a new toy. Hans saw right through her, but she kept her secret under wraps. She feared tarnishing Hans' perfect image of her, so she slipped away. That night, both stayed silent, and Lily asked to wear Gerda's nightgown for the first time. But Gerda shut her down. Lily could no longer hide her true self. In the half-dream state, Gerda was longing to embrace her long-lost husband. Following her encounter with Hans, Gerda silently admitted the existence of Lily, and it appeared that Lily became happier due to Gerda's tacit approval. She no longer looked so haggard and dejected. She even volunteered to be Gerda's muse, brainstorming for her art career. Even though she wasn't Einar anymore, her love for Gerda still shone through. But this love transformed into a new form, and Gerda, carrying feelings for her husband, showed Lily more understanding and support. Flourishing in freedom, with Gerda's brush, Lily became more vivid. At a recent exhibition, Gerda presented Lily's self-portrait, unable to stop herself from expressing her feelings. But Gerda still kept Einar in her heart, and that agonizing feeling couldn't be simply brushed off by mere words. Leaving the exhibit, Gerda broke down in tears in the rain, and back home, she could no longer stand the pressure of it all. She desperately tried to reason with herself one last time. She demanded her husband end this ridiculous play. Don't you think this is just a game? You should just be more cheerful over there. How can I? Look at me, it's not all about you. I need to see Anna. Let me help you. I'm looking for my husband. Can you bring him to me? I can't. I need to speak to my husband. I need him. Can you reach him? Can you at least give it a try? Sorry, but for Lily, this was not a game. These two loved yet contradictory souls entered an unresolvable deadlock, and ultimately, Lily shed her female facade, reverting to Einar. Though this was painful for her, Gerda remained the only bright spot in her grey life. Reluctantly, she consoled Gerda in the name of love. The next morning, Einar suited up for a big day, but a worn-out Gerda called out to him. I don't know how I can follow you anymore, I know. I love you, and I will find the answer. Einar arrived at the library with the hope that science would unravel everything. She wished to give Gerda a valid explanation. Returning, Lily met two thugs. Society then had no term for transgenders. There was only one label, homosexual. During the fray, Lily got injured, but she didn't want Gerda to find out. Being without a place to go, Lily encountered Hans for the first time in the guise of Einar. Hans couldn't comprehend Einar's behavior, but whether Einar or Lily, they couldn't grasp whether it was all some cosmic joke. Einar's actions were intertwined with his psychic error, yet Hans still considered Einar a good friend and suggested seeing a doctor. Reluctantly, Einar adhered to Hans' advice, but the outcome was pretty much the same. The hospital still treated Einar like a psychiatric case. Luckily, she managed to sneak a glance at the doctor's notes and avoided being locked up. Faced with the misunderstanding from the public society, Einar felt confused about her own choices for the very first time. At this moment, Gerda finally understood. For years, Lily had tried to hide her true self to fit into societal norms. This time, Gerda stood in Lily's shoes for the first time, asking if Lily wanted to give it another shot. Recently, a professor focusing on women had talked to her about this. The next day, they met with Professor Walker, and Lily boldly revealed the secret of her body's mismatch with her soul. After hearing Lily's revelations, Gerda's response was quite expected. She wanted to offer Lily a way to fulfill her wishes, but the surgery was fraught with peril. However, for Lily, she was undaunted at that moment, willing to risk it all. She bid farewell to Hans and to her once beloved wife, setting off for Germany alone. Anna gave Gerda one last kiss as she departed. With tears in her eyes, Gerda said goodbye, personally sending her beloved off on her quest for happiness. Gerda took a breath, bid farewell to her beloved, took a final look at the disguise she had worn for 20 years, and said goodbye to her incomplete life. Subtitles. At the hospital in Germany, everyone present was looking at her with friendly and curious eyes. Professor Walker suggested a week's rest and weight gain, as the calming surgery was very risky. Meanwhile, in Paris, Gerda mourned her husband's departure, and anyone who tried to care for her became the target for her pent-up emotions. Unfortunately, Hans fell into that category. Still, Gerda cared for Lily deeply. Even with her husband turned Lily, her feelings didn't fade. When Gerda and Hans arrived in Germany, Lily had just finished her first stage surgery. Though successful, it was extremely painful.